What's up, guys? I'm Tamty for Zoomin Games. I'm here with Phil from Turtle Rock Studios, creative director for Evolve. Hi, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am super excited. I just got to try out Evolve for the first time.
Great.
I've never experienced something like this before. How did you come up with the concept?
Concept for Evolve is actually, it's been around for a while. We've been thinking about it since before Left 4 Dead. And you know, it's one of those things where, you know, this is typically where our game ideas come from. It's just, we think of the kind of experiences that we want to have. And a lot of times, you know, those experiences don't exist, you know, in any game. So that's what we make. And this was one of those times, you know, it's like, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if, you know, 4 of us got together and, you know, went up against a giant monster. Hey, wouldn't it be even cooler if one of us got to be the monster?
Yeah. When was the point that you decided to start development? Like, was it when you were when you saw the capabilities of like the next gen consoles and the technical leaps that PC gaming has done?
Right. No, that's a good question. So once we were sort of done with all of our Left 4 Dead stuff, you know, we kind of looked at, okay, well, what are we going to do now, right? We started thinking about, you know, well, okay, if we're going to do something big again, you know, after Left 4 Dead, we need to do it, you know, now.
Yeah.
Right? Before everyone forgets who we were, you know, and what we did. So, you know, we just started, you know, pulling out all of our game ideas, right? And we liked Evolve because it was like really sort of close. It had similarities to Left 4 Dead. I mean, and particularly if you've played Left 4 Dead, you know, and you like the co-op element, you're going to feel very comfortable on the hunter side. You know, of course, we've pushed it much further.
Exactly.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, and that was sort of the point. We looked at all the game ideas we had, and we thought, you know, this one, I think we thought would resonate the most with gamers and, of course, with, you know, publishers and stuff like that. And it seemed like kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. So the whole concept of 4 hunters going up against a monster, what's the narrative behind this? Is there a really strong narrative that you follow throughout the game, or is it just jumping in co-op and fight a monster?
No, the way we like to do storytelling is, you know, what we call emergent storytelling. It's just, you know, you're in the world, right, and you will, observant players will notice things, you'll hear the characters talking to each other, and that will sort of, you know, give you information, right, as you play the game. You know, a lot of games do the big sort of epic story campaign, right? I mean, that's never really been our strength, or, you know, sort of what we wanted to do, right? I mean, a lot of games do that very, very well. You know, we like multiplayer games, you know, and more, you know, we like co-op games.
Yeah.
And so that's where we, you know, put all of our sort of efforts.
Right.
The setup is sort of, you know, people have spread out into the galaxy, right? I mean, this is a sci-fi title, right? And, you know, you have colony planets, like way out sort of on the edge of civilized space. And, you know, people go to these colonies for much the same reason humans have, you know, migrated places, you know, since the dawn of man, right? Bigger, better life, you know, new opportunities, right? And people go out to these planets, and sometimes they run into indigenous wildlife or species that are a little bit above and beyond, you know, what they're able to deal with, right? So we have these guys we call planet tamers, right? That's their profession. Their job is to go to these you know, backwater planets and help the colonists sort of, you know, take care of any sort of big problems.
Right.
And so that's our heroes, right? But this time they show up on Sheer, which is the planet, you know, that the game takes place on. And they are presented with a challenge that's kind of much bigger than they have ever been presented with, right? I mean, we've got these alien monsters, right? And the alien monsters are not native to Sheer. We don't know what their motives are, why they're here.
Just like the hunters, they're travelers as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. We don't know what their motivations are. It's a complete mystery. And the thing about these monsters is they're intelligent.
Yeah.
Right. So there is some motivation behind why these monsters are here, but we don't know what it is. And quickly things turn very bad for the colony of Sheer, and that sort of sets us up.
So we got to play with 2 monster types. Will there be more monster types?
Absolutely. We have 3 monsters planned for the release. If you pre-order the game, you'll get the first monster DLC for free. And then, yeah, we have some more ideas for monsters for the future, for expanding the game, downloadable content and stuff like that. In addition to hunters as well, we have 12 hunters that will be in the box, and then more planned for after release.
Right. So what happens when you're stuck with that one guy that just doesn't know how to heal or something?
Well, the thing is, we've set up a pretty good matchmaking system. So, like, if you just got the game, right, you're going to go into the game at level 1. Yeah. And you will be matched with other players at level 1. As you play more and you go up levels and you learn how to play, you're 2, 3, 4, 5, and we always try to match you with somebody of equal experience level. In addition to that, we've got a system for choosing your preferences. So like, for example, I really like playing the assault guys, right? So the assault is my first choice, and then you can rank them down to 5. And what we do in matchmaking is, when you go to look for a game, we look for games that need your slot, right, and try to get you into the games where you get to play what you want. The nice thing is, in all of our tests so far, and most of the time you get your first or second choice, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So looking forward to that. When can we expect Evolve to come to the consoles?
Right. Evolve is going to be out on February 10th, 2015, and that's for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the PC.
I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for this interview.
Right on.